Okay, who here hasn't been to space?
Why?
You better not throw up on my ship.
Approaching jump in 3, 2, 1.
We've talked about this as well. Let me switch this over so you guys can see it here. We've talked about the Fantastic Four so much over here. Marvel's First Family, how excited we all are for the Fantastic Four. Let me go ahead and show, well, I'll wait to show that. We've talked about the Fantastic Four, but how often, or how excited rather, we all are for the Fantastic Four. And with that excitement has come so many different rumors involving the cast, so many different rumors involving the plot, and how Marvel's First Family is going to be introduced into the MCU. I've been one from day one that has said, I think and still think Marvel's going to introduce the Fantastic Four the same way they introduced Black Panther and the same way that they introduced Spider-Man. They're going to introduce them outside of their own film before they introduce them in their own film. I just don't see the Fantastic Four making their MCU debut in 2025. I bet it's 2026, 2025, I believe. It's in Phase 6. At the beginning of Phase 6, I feel like they would have to be showing up before then, but that's just my thought. But there's been a lot of excitement when talking about them because we've had so many different names that could be Reed Richard. I mean, we've talked about Adam Driver, we've talked about Penn Badgley, we've talked about Diego Luna, we've talked about John Krasinski. I forget my guy's name from Lucifer. We've talked about him. Not sure. Forget my guy's name here too. But we've talked about just about everyone. That even William Jackson Harper, who's not on here. William Jackson Harper, who was rumored to possibly had been Reed Richards, but then we had also heard that he might be rumored to be Quasar, showing up also in Quantumania and things like that. So I'm not really sure who is going to be our Reed Richard, but Grace Randolph recently did a video and where she said that, and say what you want about Grace, Grace has good scoops and she was correct. She's been correct about a lot of different things. But one thing that she did say is that Adam Driver is the front runner to be Reed Richards' Mr. Fantastic. And we also know that Adam Driver was also in talks at one point to be Dr. Doom, and that's coming from Jeff Snyder, who is another credible insider. But then it's seeming like the studio and Adam Driver are leaning more toward him playing Mr. Fantastic over Dr. Doom. And that could be an Adam Driver thing, because you got to remember Adam Driver played Kylo Ren for, in the Star Wars universe where he had to wear a mask most of the time. I'm sure brother doesn't want to wear a mask. I'm sure he wants to do something not maybe on the villainous side, something on a good guy, type side and things like that, things he's never done before. So that could be coming from Adam Driver. But this is what the direct had to say. He said Adam Driver, the actor behind Kylo Ren from Star Wars sequel trilogy, may be the frontrunner to play the MCU's new Reed Richard and Fantastic Four. Development has been heating up on the Fantastic Four, with WandaVision's Matt Shakman confirmed to direct, while Disaster's Wedding Jeff Kaplan and Ian Springer pen the script, with production expected to begin later this year or early next year ahead of February 2025 release. Fan cast are at an all-time high. Obviously, one of the most discussed roles comes with Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, who will lead both the team and the blockbuster movie. Names such as Penn Badgley, John Krasinski, Diego Luna, but one recent actor to enter the mix has been Oscar-nominated Adam Driver. Insider Jeff Snyder recently shared unveiled information that Driver may be in line to be Mr. Fantastic, or possibly even Dr. Doom. But while he stated that this came from an unproven source, he noted that it smells right to him, and now a new rumor added further fuel to the fire. And the new rumor comes from this. It says, during a recent video beyond the trailer, Grace Randolph hinted that Star Wars' Kylo Ren actor Adam Driver may be in the running to play Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, in the MCU's Fantastic Four reboot. According to the direct's own sources, Driver is Marvel Studios' top casting choice to play the new Reed Richards. Randolph indicated that the actor is a frontrunner for a certain stretchy role before sharing her hopes that he lands the role. So, Adam Driver may be coming in to be Reed Richards. Now, he's certainly not my first pick to be Reed Richards. He's not someone that I'm really looking for to be Reed Richards. But if he is Reed Richards, I would be, I'd be okay with it. I mean, again, he's not like my first pick, if at all, if even a pick, to be my Reed Richards. But I mean, can you guys see Adam Driver as Reed Richards here? I mean, I'll actually put that in a poll. See what you guys are thinking about Adam Driver. They're saying, let me know in that poll there if you guys are looking for Adam Driver as Reed Richards. Like I said, he's not my first choice at all. But again, I'm not opposed to it at all, because Adam Driver is a phenomenal actor, and I think that seeing him in a role like this, maybe he could give an element to Reed that we didn't even think we needed. But I'm not, again, I'm not really sure. Maybe they have a vision for Reed that, as Kevin Feige said, they're doing something completely different with the Fantastic Four. They're going to take the Fantastic Four down a route that we've never seen before, So I think that he might be okay as Reed. Let's see, we've got 35% of you say no, 29% of you say yes, 35% of you also say he's okay. I would probably have to be in that 35% he's okay role. I'm not saying no to, now we got 39% say no. I'm not saying no to Adam Driver, as 42% say no, as Reed Richards. But again, not opposed to it. Again, just not my first choice, especially when you look at some of these guys here. When you look at Penn Badgley, when you look at John Krasinski. Hell, again, my brother from, the dude from Lucifer. Even when you look at the dude from Lucifer, I could see any of them before I see Adam. But, I've seen people even say his hair is too long, things like that. Now, he could easily cut his hair. But there are even times in the comics where Reed's got that. It's not like long like Adam Driver's, but he's got that long hair that he can pin back behind his ears and things like that. Like Reed's got that look. So I don't want to say that, like, I'm sure they would trim it up a little bit. They wouldn't make it as long as Adam Driver's hair, but I'm sure they'd trim it up a little bit. But I mean, we could see him as possibly Reed Richards. Again, not my first choice, if even a choice, but it is seeming to be Marvel Studios' choice. So I've got 44% of you that said no, 28% of you said he's okay, and another 28% of you said yes. So, I mean, as always, for people that are maybe watching this in a replay, question is for you guys. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking about Adam Driver possibly being our Reed Richards in the MCU, and what that looks like for you. Would you prefer for him to be Doctor Doom, like Jeff Snyder had leaked out a few weeks ago, possibly being the Doctor Doom instead of Reed Richards? But, let me know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking.